Every day when we start our lecture, we starting with the concept that whatever we learned last day. So who is going to tell me what we studied last time? Class? Yes, Dish. Dish, you can speak.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we have studied last day fertilization process in which we have studied postal pollen integration and breeding process.
So we studied breeding in detail. With a video, I explained each and every steps of breeding and its importance. And in fertilization, we studied that how pollen tube is germinating after stigma receives the pollen, how there is germination of pollen tube and how actually the pollen tube will migrate to the embryo sac. And finally, why the most important thing is why it is called double fertilization. I think yesterday what happened is a few students left because I extended the lecture for a few minutes. So I want all of you to go through the recording, yesterday's recording, and have a look into why we call this double fertilization. So today the topic of discussion will be post-fertilization event. Okay. So what do we mean by post-fertilization? Post-fertilization events are the stories where from a single cell zygote there is production of a multicellular embryo and then from embryo to seed. So this is a huge task, and as you already covered the part, the similar thing in case of human. In case of plants, it is a bit different, but not less complicated. So we will have a step-by-step look into the events of post-fertilization. Should we move ahead, class, with your permission?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what are the steps? First step is soon after fertilization, flower lose its petals, okay, stamens and styles. Okay, so now flower will be no longer looking as if it is a plant. In some cases, calyx may be preserved. Can you tell me where are the cases calyx you can see in the fruit? You suggest and think and suggest. बोलो. हम खाते हैं उस चीज को रोज, खाने में वो चाहिए ही चाहिए, सब्जी बनाते वक्त मम्मी डालती ही है. टोमेटोज, आपने कभी भी खेत से लाया हुआ टोमेटोज देखा होगा तो आप देखना उसके ऊपर हमेशा, इफ दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ टोमेटो, इफ दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ टोमेटो, हम घर पे जो मार्केट से लाते हैं उसमें नहीं रहता है, बट अगर आप इफ यू डायरेक्टली collect it from field, you can see green, this type of structures are present in case of tomato. Another vegetable where it is very evident presence of calyx, anyone would like to guess? Very easy, very easy.
Brinjal.
Very correct, beta. Very correct. Brinjal. So in brinjal also you must have noticed this way the calyx is present and the rest of the fruit is located like this. So these are some exceptions, but in most of the cases along with the corolla, stamens and styles, the calyx is also removed. Okay. Now, the question is, what are the other things? So first we will consider about the first event, that is development of endosperm. So what happens in case of development of endosperm? See, endosperm is one of the very, very important part of seed. It may be retained up to the germination stage. It may be totally consumed by the embryo. So seeds can be of two type. I am not sure, you must have studied it in grade 11 that seeds are of two type, endospermic and non-endospermic seed. So depending on that, we can classify them. That up to the level of germination, is endosperm left in that seed, or the whole part is consumed by the embryo or not. So development of endosperm start with pen. What is the full form of pen? Anyone can suggest? It is primary endosperm nucleus. So pen means primary endosperm nucleus. Now, if this is pen, primary endosperm nucleus will go for repeated mitosis, free nuclear mitotic division. What do we mean by this word repeated free nuclear mitotic division? What is the significance of this word free nuclear? Can anyone tell me? See, we are knowing that whenever there is a cell division in plant cell, the karyokinesis, that is division of nucleus, is always predecessed by the cytokinesis process, where there will be formation of a cell wall, which is actually separating the two cells. But consider a situation there is only karyokinesis and no cytokinesis is followed by that. So what will happen? There will be many nucleus, isn't it? Yes or no? Such type of cellular division where many number of nucleus are formed without formation of cell wall are called free nuclear division. Is it clear to everyone? Class, am I audible to you? Okay. So let us have a look into the next step. What can be the next step? So obviously, as there is repeated free nuclear mitotic division, there will be formation of large number of free nuclei. To peripheral cytoplasm. So now the next thing is, we know that it's a plant cell. So obviously vacuoles are like large in number. So how the cell will look like? It will have a large vacuole at the center and it push all nuclei to periphery. That means if you see at this stage, plant cell will look like as if it's having many nucleus, but as soon as there is a large vacuole at the center, vacuole will predominantly take the place and nucleus will be pushed at the margin of the cell. So this is how the third step will takes place. Okay, is it clear to all? Should I proceed? Class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next step is a very important one. In this case, so as you can see that large vacuole at the center is pushing all nuclei to periphery. Now the condition of nuclei is free nuclei will lie between wall of embryo sac and vacuole. So at this condition, it will go for the next step. As I mentioned, it's a very important step. So in this case, there will be formation of cleavage. Cleavage is what? Cleavage means actually there will be division of the cytoplasm starting now. So cleavage in multi-nucleate peripheral cytoplasm. So what will happen? I will show the diagram. It will result in formation of centripetal cell wall. So I am once again repeating, consider this is the embryo sac. So if this is the embryo sac, you know at one side there is development of egg, which is now like converted into zygote. Primary endosperm nucleus is getting developed from the polar nuclei, which is fertilized to form 3N. Now at this condition, these 3N cells will start to replicate. That means it will only divide in terms of nucleus. So too many 3N cells will be pushed at the margin of the surface of the cell. Here the embryo development is occurring, and at the center there will be a big vacuole. Now these cells will have cell wall formations like this in centripetal direction. The way centripetal force act from center to outward, they will have now the cell wall formation. So each of these cells which are arising from primary endosperm nucleus are 3N in nature. सभी ये क्या होंगे? 3N इनकी ploidy level होगी. Clear to everyone? Am I audible and the screen is visible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
ये पोर्शन जो ये स्टेप्स है कि प्राइमरी एंडोस्पर्म न्यूक्लियस से कैसे सेंट्रीपेटल सेल वॉल फॉर्मेशन से एंडोस्पर्म सेल्स तैयार होते हैं, इज दिस स्टेप्स क्लियर टू यू और एनी डाउट यू वांट टू आस्क मी एनी स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन? वी कैन हैव सम क्वेश्चंस हियर, नो प्रॉब्लम. If not, then also confirm so that we can move ahead.
मैम आप लास्ट स्टेप फिर से समझा सकते हैं?
हाँ जरूर जरूर. Every step I can explain. That's not a problem.
मैम थर्ड स्टेप से समझाओ ना.
थर्ड स्टेप से समझाएं. देखो what happens is first primary endosperm nucleus कहाँ रहता है? सेंटर में रहता है. Embryo sac it's located at the center. अब ये जब सेल डिवीजन स्टार्ट करता है, सेल डिवीजन इज हैविंग टू फेजेस, एक कैरियोकाइनेसिस एक साइटोकाइनेसिस, है ना? कैरियोकाइनेसिस में क्या होता है? देयर इज लाइक डिवीजन ऑफ द न्यूक्लियर मटेरियल, है ना? एंड देन देयर इज साइटोकाइनेसिस जिसमें जो न्यूक्लियर मटेरियल डिवाइड हुआ है, देयर इज अ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ अ सेल वॉल इन बिटवीन, और उसके बाद द सेल गोज फॉर इंटरफेज स्टेज जिसमें क्या होता है? वो जो सेल के अंदर की जेनेटिक मटेरियल वाज डिवाइडेड इनटू टू पार्ट्स दैट अगेन रिगेन इट्स कंटेंट. मतलब आप अगर इमीडिएटली आफ्टर माइटोसिस सेल की डीएनए कंटेंट नापेंगे तो आप देखोगे उसमें हाफ ऑफ द कंटेंट विल बी देयर. अब आप हम सबको पता है इंटरफेस के इस फेज में देयर विल बी सिंथेसिस ऑफ डीएनए जिससे वापस से वो सेल क्या करता है? अपनी फुल डीएनए कंटेंट को गेन करता है. Is it clear? That part is clear to all of you. I hope you studied cell division, beta. Is it clear to all of you? Kindly respond, otherwise difficult for me.
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? So now the thing is that cells here go for a specific type of division that is called free nuclear division. इसमें क्या होता है? The karyokinesis will be there, and then after karyokinesis, cytokinesis will not be there. So what will happen? In the single cell, there will be many nucleus. एक ही सेल के अंदर बहुत सारे न्यूक्लियस होंगे. Okay, so that is called free nuclear division, जहाँ पे more than one nucleus will be present. All these free nuclei will not be gathered at one place, क्योंकि सेंटर रीजियन में एक वैक्यूल डेवलपमेंट होगा जिसकी वजह से न्यूक्लियस will be pushed at the पेरीफेरी. पेरीफेरी मतलब सेल की जो मार्जिन है उसकी तरफ वो पुश हो जाएगा. Remember PEN, that is primary endosperm nucleus is 3N. इसीलिए ये सभी सेल्स के जो न्यूक्लियस होंगे they will be 3N only because mitosis cell division is involved. अब ये जो free nuclei है, once they are pushed at the periphery of the cell, अब इनमें there will be formation of the wall. ये wall कैसे फॉर्म होगा? The wall formation will be centripetal. So what is a centripetal force? जो सेंटर से लेके बाहर की तरफ जाता है. So you can see if you consider this as a center of the embryo sac, walls will be formed like this. Each wall will enclose one free nuclei and there will be many endosperm cells formed. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure? 100% लॉक किया जाए?
Yes, ma'am.
चलो. So up to this we studied. Now thing is it will go for further development, and now endosperm can be of various type. It can be cellular endosperm, it can be halobial endosperm. So we need to see what are they and how they are developed. Okay, so up to this stage it is there. Then after this, most of the endosperm, is converted to cellular tissue. Okay, now let me tell you, आप में से सभी आई होप नारियल का पानी पिया होगा, सभी पीते हैं, है ना? I hope every one of you must have taken coconut water.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So coconut का जो water हम पीते हैं ना, that is liquid endosperm of coconut. It is actually the liquid endosperm of coconut, जिसमें multicellular जो है, that is it's a multicellular endosperm and it is nuclear type of endosperm. ठीक है? अब let us see what are the different types of endosperms possible and how they are developed. So first we will look into what do we mean by types of endosperm. So अब तक हमने जो पढ़ा है that development of endosperm में the first we studied is formation of nuclear endosperm. So we studied formation of nuclear endosperm. But that is not all. There are other types of formation of endosperm. These are known as B type, which is the cellular endosperm. So what is it? In this case, the process is comparatively very simple. So what happens here is, here also there will be nuclear division. And thing is that this is a nuclear division, but it's not a free nuclear division. So along with nuclear division, there will formation of longitudinal and or transverse wall formation. So we can correlate it more with the regular cell division process. Here also this nuclear division is mitosis. So obviously if Pn is 3n, the newly formed cells will also have 3n chromosome ploidy level. Now the thing is that there will be further cell division. Again this cell division is also mitosis. And there will be formation of cellular type of endosperm. Okay. Third type is called halobial type. In this case, primary endosperm nucleus, it will move to chalazal site. So we all know that before fertilization, the polar nuclei is located at the central part of embryo sac. During development of halobial endosperm formation, the fertilized polar nuclei, which is giving rise to primary endosperm nucleus, will move towards the chalazal end. Okay, now what will happen next? Here the cell division occur step by step. So it will have the first nuclear division and formation of cell wall simultaneously. Then after that there will be I should also mention here that this cell wall produced is transverse. Acha, what do we mean by transverse? What do we mean by longitudinal? Is it clear to you? Transverse, longitudinal क्या होता है? How they are relevant here? Transverse and longitudinal cell wall formation. Class.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So after this, there will be next step where this is proceeded with two part. One is small chalazal cell will be there. Which will not divide whereas the big micropilus cell in this case here there will be free nuclear division and steps will be similar to the nuclear endosperm. And finally, there will be formation of cellular tissue. I think this part I should explain with diagram. In the first diagram, you can see that the primary endosperm nucleus is moving to the chalazal end. Once the first division, I am talking about this division over here, there will be formation of two cells. One is comparatively smaller and it is located at the chalazal end. It acts as a haustoria. Haustorium is a structure which is responsible for absorption of nutrient from the storage food material and all. Or it acts as a sucker kind of substance. So the small cell which is located towards chalaza is not dividing, it is responsible to act as a haustoria. Whereas the big cell which is located towards the micropyle, obviously it's not the micropylus cell, it cannot go near micropyle also because at that side, by that time there will be formation of embryo which already initiated. So this central cell will divide via same method as of by this, that is formation of nuclear endoplasm, and finally it will result into formation of cellular tissue. I guess this is clear to everyone. Take your time, have a look into it and let me know. Class.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So should we move ahead towards the development of embryo and embryogenesis?
Yes, ma'am.
So we will directly go to that part. Next, we will learn that. Okay, I just want to ask, what is the role? What will be the role of this endosperm? जो अब बना, be it nuclear or this one, halobial or cellular endosperm. What role it will play after this? I mentioned the role of endosperm. Priyanshi, how are you? Can you answer this? Or you can answer. Kindly raise your hand and answer. Who wish to answer? Okay, Dish, answer.
And role of endosperm is the embryonic growth of by
So,
supplying nutrients.
yes, that's the word I'm asking for. That it is responsible for supply of nutrient to the growing embryo. So, obviously, simultaneously after double fertilization, the way endosperm development starts, similarly, event starts and lot many hustle and bustle start towards the micropylar end, where now the zygote is there and it is ready to go for formation of a seed. So we will look into those events. Vishang, I am muting yourself. If not required, do not unmute yourself, beta. So we will understand the embryogenesis procedure. If you look into textbook, these procedures are not actually described in the form of flow chart. While I teach, I always prefer to teach via using flow charts, because we human beings are having a tendency of remembering images better than the remembering informations in form of paragraph. If you can remember the images, it will be easy for you to make and construct the description in the form of paragraph. So embryogenesis or formation of embryo is different in case of dicot and monocot. We need to understand that dicot is having two cotyledons and monocot is having single cotyledon. So seed formation in case of monocot and dicot is different, hence the embryogenesis is also different. So we will see parallelly what is the embryogenesis procedure in dicot as well as in monocot, so that we can have a comparative analysis of दोनों में क्या चीजें common होती है, दोनों में क्या चीजें uncommon होती है. So we will start with dicot. So if we look into the development of embryo in case of dicot, you can see a very interesting changes. In this case, zygote it will enlarge. So the size of zygote will increase and secrete cellulosic wall and divide by transverse division. While describing each of these procedures, you need to understand where there is transverse division, where there is longitudinal division. The plane of division plays a very important role in development of the next part. Consider अगर एक single cell से division हो रहा है and the division is operative in all planes. Here, if from one cell division is operational from all planes, as a result, you will get a mass of cell, जो एक accumulate of cell होगा. But if cell division is operational in single plane, then in that case you will have a plate-like structure like this. So that's why never ever ignore the plane of division. If it is mentioned that it is divided in the transverse division, you need to understand it is, you need to mention it about it. Okay, let's have a look into the next step. So in the next step, you can see that zygote is going through two different types of cell formation. One is there will be formation of a large basal cell. Okay. This large basal cell is called suspensor cell. So that means consider if this is the zygote, this will divide to form two cells. One cell is at the base of embryo sac. This is the zygote. The one which is present at the base to the is called basal cell, and it is also called suspensor cell. It will be always located near the micropyle. This plays a very important role, beta. It is responsible for development of root finally. So this large basal cell will finally be responsible for the development of root. Now, apart from this large basal cell, there will be formation of a small terminal cell. Now, this small terminal cell is called embryonal cell. It is also called embryonal cell, and it will be near, or I should not call near here, I will say towards chalaza. It will be located towards chalaza. Okay, now path of these two cells will be totally different. Now from this point onwards, they will go into two different parts. Okay, so there will be further division, and this division will be again transverse division. By this transverse division, there will be formation of again two cells. Here the lowermost towards micropyle, and the other further So let me draw the diagram so that it will be easy for you to understand. Simultaneously, I draw so that it can be clear to you, very clear to you. So by the time this is the structure of embryo sac. At the central region, the endosperm formation is initiated. Now this zygote will undergo formation of two cells. That I am talking about step number 2. This will be forming a large cell which is called basal cell. This is basal. And the other one which is comparatively smaller. This is micropyle, this is chalaza. This is micropyle, this is chalaza. So this is actually located at the towards chalaza. So this is basal cell and this is embryonal cell. Now this basal cell will again go for subdivision, and this is a transverse division. That means it will be divided like this, and this is transverse, no? So it will be divided like this. So the after division, the lower cell will be located towards micropyle, and the lower cell will be remaining undivided, and it's not going for further division, but the upper one will further divide transversely. I'm stopping here. I just want to confirm, is this part clear to everyone? Then only I will proceed. बोलो, कहीं कोई doubt अब तक? Is it clear to everyone? Yes, no. Kaushab, Yesha, Mahi, Kashish, Jia, Mishka, Deesh.
Yes, ma'am.
Deesh,
Yes, ma'am.
आगे बढ़े ना?
Yes,
चलो.
ma'am. Yes.
So now I am moving ahead towards the next steps. So this, as I told, the lower one which is located towards micropyle doesn't further go for division. What happens is it will enlarge to form. It will enlarge to form vesicular basal cell. Now, what will be the other cell? This will further divide to form as I said, that division will be transferred. It will form long suspensor. Now, what is this suspensor? Suspensor is a part, beta, which is actually responsible further for the development of root, as well as it is responsible for holding the embryo to the embryo sac. क्योंकि आपको हमने बताया था कि जब when there is fertilization, the whole ovary will be turned up into fruit, and जो ovule है that will be turned up into seed. I request all of you to imagine the structure of mango. Mango में सोच के देखो आप कि ovary is modified into fruit, और जो अंदर what I can say, एक हार्ड पार्ट रहता है, पता है मैंगो में, जिसको हम गुठली बोलते हैं, है ना, उसके अंदर सीड रहता है. हैव यू एवर ट्राइड? उसको फोड़ के देखा है उसके अंदर की सीड को? सीड सॉफ्ट होता है. मैंगो में हम आम खा के गुठली को फेंक देते हैं, गुठली के अंदर सीड होता है. कभी देखा है गुठली को ऐसे हिला के अंदर टक 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 करके आवाज आएगा कि कुछ अंदर हिलने वाली वस्तु है? इट्स नॉट सॉलिड. हैव यू ट्राइड दैट?
मैम आज तक कभी किया नहीं, आप
ट्राई करके देखो. आम तो सभी खा रहे होंगे इस टाइम पे, खाना हो जाने के बाद जो गुठली है उसको अच्छे से धो लो और उसके बाद उसको सुखा दो। सुखाने के बाद क्या करो, उसको ऐसे हिला के देखोगे ना तो उसके अंदर देखना एक खिलती हुई वस्तु तुमको सुनाई देगी, दैट विल बी द सीड। एंड if you have capacity to break that hard shell into, you can see के अंदर small seed होता है, ठीक है। अब ये सीड जो है ये कहीं पे फ्लोट तो कर नहीं सकता है, इट नीड टू बी फिक्स्ड, एक पॉइंट पे फिक्स्ड होके, जैसे कि इन केस ऑफ ह्यूमन द fetus is attached to mother via umbilical cord, placenta and chorionic villi is there, so there is an attachment ताकि वो बह के कहीं चला ना जाए। In case of plants, this suspensor is acting as a attachment point, जिसके through the embryo is attached to the embryo cell, ठीक है। मटर फली देखी है कभी आपने? मटर मटर हरे वाले
यस मैम।
मटर पनीर तो सभी ने खाया होगा। इसकी छिलके निकाल दो तो अंदर देखना ऐसे सीड्स होते कि नहीं होते? यस और नो? अब ये हर एक सीड देखना है एक अटैचमेंट के द्वारा, इट इज अटैच्ड टू द मेन पार्ट, दिस इज नोन एज द सस्पेंसर व्हिच इज मॉडिफाइड लेटर ऑन एज अ स्टॉक ऑफ फूड। ओके, नाउ लेट्स नो मोर अबाउट द सस्पेंसर। We will move ahead. Let's see what is happening in case of suspensor. So what is suspensor? Basically it is a row of 7 to 8 cells. So this basal cell will be modified into vesicular basal cell, and above it there will be 7 to 8 cells rowed one above another, जैसे coin stack होते हैं। This part is known as suspensor and this is the vesicular basal cell. Okay, now let's see what is the role of suspensor cell. This suspensor cell actually is also having another name. It is also called hypophysis. Now there will be again division, but this division will be transverse as well as longitudinal. So this cell division will be transverse as well as longitudinal, and it will result into 3 tier of cells. So ये जो single tier था, it will be dividing in both ways to form 3 tier of cells. Now, what are these 3 tiers? These are, first is inner tier, towards embryo. Okay, there is a middle tier, and the outer tier. You may have a confusion कि भाई inner कौन सा, outer कौन सा। अगर हम ऐसे consider करें इसको, तो if we consider like this, the one which is located towards chalaza will be the inner tier, or the one located towards micropyle will be the outer tier. So what are their role? ये तीनों फ्यूचर में आके क्या बनाता है? First of all, this will form embryonic root. Okay, this will form root protoderm, and this will form the root cap. All these three are together called root apical meristem. Three of these are, if we combine three of this together, they are together called root apical meristem. You know what is apical meristem? Apical meristem क्या होता है? What do we mean by apical meristem? That chapter is deleted from your syllabus. I don't know you studied it or not last year.
Ma'am, meristematic tissues present on
Tip
apex.
of apex, tip और apex. जैसे कि अगर ये समझो रूट है, रूट के टिप में जो टिश्यू रहेगा दैट इज कॉल्ड रूट एपिकल मेरिस्टम. ठीक है, तो अब तक हमने डिवीजन किसका पढ़ा? बेसल सेल का. बेसल सेल फाइनली क्या दे रहा है? एक enlarged cell which is called vesicular basal cell and root apical meristem. So we only, अभी तक हमने एम्ब्रियो फॉर्मेशन के बाकी स्टेजेस पढ़ना स्टार्ट नहीं किया है. So now we are going to look into के एम्ब्रियो फॉर्मेशन के बाकी स्टेजेस क्या होते हैं. If you give me green signal कि ये वाला पार्ट क्लियर है, then only we will move towards that. ध्यान से देख लो, क्लियर है दिस पार्ट? Is it clear? Should we go for this small terminal cell वाला हिस्सा, ये वाली? हमने अब तक यही खत्म किया है. Can we go for this one?
Yes, ma'am.
सोचो एक छोटा सा प्लांट, एक छोटी सी सीड हम खा लेते हैं, हम सोचते भी नहीं है कि उसके अंदर इतनी सारी चीजें होती रहती है. एंड व्हेन लाइक वी स्टडी देम, तब हमें पता चलता है कि बाप रे बाप इतना सारा चीज होता है. चलो, लेट्स हैव अ लुक हियर. नाउ here in this case there will be division. Here there will be longitudinal division. Okay, so by longitudinal division there will be formation of two terminal cells. Okay, now question is, many a time this stage is called tetrad stage. Why tetrad? Because फटाफट two longitudinal divisions हो जाता है. Consider from one cell there will be formation of two cells, and then again from these two cells there will be formation of two cells. So ultimately कितने सेल हुए यहाँ पे? How many cells will be there at the end? माही, कितने सेल्स हुए बेटा? क्लास
4.
4. So that's why 4 cells हुए. That's why we call it tetrad. हम क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Tetrad stage. Okay, now let's have a look what happens. So finally there will be 4, initially 2 and again 2, there will be 4 terminal cells. Then there will be transverse division. So via transverse division there will be formation of 8-celled octant cell. And after this there will be further division which is periclinal. I already told you what is periclinal division. इसमें two planes में in one plane but in both direction there is division. So after this there will be formation of two types of cell from here. The outer protodermal cell outer means it will be located towards micropyle. So these 8 cells will be there. There will be anticlinal division and formation of epidermis of embryo. Embryo का जो covering होगा that will be formed by anticlinal division. Now जो inner cell है, the one which is present inside the inner cell, इसमें भी there will be formation of 8 cells and they divide in different planes. कोई फिक्स्ड प्लेन नहीं होता है, चारों तरफ से वो डिवाइड करता है. सो दे विल फॉर्म, बहुत सारी चीजें फॉर्म होती है इस स्टेज में. देयर विल बी फॉर्मेशन ऑफ प्रोकैम्बियम जिससे आगे चल के कैम्बियम बनता है. डू यू नो व्हाट इज कैम्बियम? कैम्बियम क्या होता है? व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय कैम्बियम? Have you ever heard about secondary growth, beta? प्राइमरी एंड सेकेंडरी दो तरीके की ग्रोथ होती है प्लांट्स में. क्लास नहीं सुना है तो बोल दो बेटा, फिर हम आगे बढ़े. मैं लिस्ट में लिख लूं कि क्या क्या हमें रिवाइज करनी है. कुछ सुना सुना सा लग रहा है क्या? दीश, अभी, नक्षत्र, कौशल, सुना है कभी कैम्बियम के बारे में? Have you ever heard about cambium?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what is it?
Ma'am, it is a type of tissue.
हाँ, तो उससे क्या होता है? सेकेंडरी ग्रोथ मतलब क्या होता है? What do we mean by this word secondary growth?
Ma'am, width increase होती है.
हाँ, very good, very good. There is increased in the width, and secondary growth is observed only in case of dicot. Monocot में कभी भी secondary growth नहीं होता है. There is a like exception है, but Smilex is the exception. But generally in case of monocot, secondary growth is absent. So obviously ये secondary growth के लिए कैम्बियम चाहिए, और कैम्बियम शुरू होता है, डेवलपमेंट ऑफ कैम्बियम स्टार्ट फ्रॉम प्रोकैम्बियम. तो जैसे इन केस ऑफ ह्यूमन बीइंग आपने देखा था डिफरेंशिएशन होता था. देयर इज फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एक्टोडर्म, एंडोडर्म, मेसोडर्म. इन दिस केस आल्सो नाउ देयर इज स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द डिफरेंशिएशन. आप देख रहे हो बेसल सेल से सस्पेंसर बन रहा है, वेस्टिक्युलर बेसल सेल बन रहे हैं, और जो टर्मिनल सेल है उससे धीरे धीरे दो पार्ट बने. कौन से दो पार्ट? एक जो एम्ब्रियो का कवरिंग बनेगा, दैट इज कॉल्ड एपिडर्मिस ऑफ एम्ब्रियो फॉर्मेशन, और दूसरा जो इनर सेल मास है, नाउ इट इज डिवाइडिंग टू गिव द शेप ऑफ द न्यू प्लांट. तो अलग अलग जो टिश्यूज होती है प्रेजेंट इन द सीड विच विल कम अप एज अ न्यू प्लांट, वो सारी चीजें यहाँ पे बनेंगी. ओके, सो देयर इज फॉर्मेशन ऑफ कॉटिलेडन्स. हमें पता है इन केस ऑफ डाइकॉट 2 कॉटिलेडनरी लीव्स आर देयर, इट विल बी फॉर्म्ड. प्रोकैम्बियम इज फॉर्म्ड. प्लिम्यूल इज द पार्ट जहां से शूट शुरू होता है. Shoot formation start from the part called plumule, and hypocotyle is the part जहां से root formation चालू होता है. Okay, apical meristem is the part of suspensor, and but the rest of the part, other part of the root formation initiates from hypocotyle. Now during these stages you can see various shapes in embryo. I will definitely show you pics, and you will be able to understand it better. There will be formation of various stage. There will be globular stage. Then there will be heart shape, torpedo shape, अलग-अलग shapes होते हैं. Then there will be formation of 2 cotyledons, and once 2 cotyledons are formed, the globular shape is converted into heart shape. और cotyledons like grow होते ultimately there will be formation of dome shaped plumule. So I will stop sharing this screen, and I have the different stages of embryo development available with me. I want you to have a look into it. The picture will be more clear, and then but obvious we can have a look into the videos also. So it will be very easy for you to understand that way. Beautiful stages of embryo development. Give me a sec so that I can share the pic. You can see here, it's a very evident one, and it is very easy for you to understand. Very like a single picture is talking a lot. So I decided to incorporate it in my lecture. You can see this is the flower which is before fertilization, and this is the seed which is after fertilization. The fertilized egg, that is zygote, is giving rise to 2 cells. As you can see, the basal cell is very large as compared with the apical cell, and basal cell is further subdividing. This is suspensor cell, and this is vesicular basal cell. और apical cell भी divide होके पहले 4, फिर 8, फिर divide होके it is forming various stages. These stages are called globular stages, where embryo look like a globose. Then slowly and steadily it is shaping up into heart, and जब cotyledons, ये जो 2 ends है, they are extending to form cotyledons. तब आपको देख के चल ही जाता है पता कि it looks like a heart shape. Okay, and this part is working as a shoot apical meristem, and later part will form the root apical meristem, and this is the cotyledon. Then there will be formation of ground tissue and vascular tissue at later stage. Vascular tissue means, what are the vascular tissues of plant?
Xylem and phloem.
And phloem. Yes, very good. So these vascular tissues will be formed at the last stage, and ground tissue will be there. Ground tissue is the one which is other than vascular tissue. आपने अगर root या stem की cross section देखा होगा, तो आप देखते हैं एक एपिडर्मिस होती है जो कवरिंग होती है, उसके बाद कॉर्टेक्स, पेरिसाइकल, ऑल दीज आर ग्राउंड टिश्यूज, एंड अंदर की तरफ वास्कुलर बंडल रहता है. सो सेम इज हियर. यहाँ पे अब एपिडर्मिस बन गया है. फाइनली व्हेन यू विल हैव अ सीड में देखो ये दिस बिग स्ट्रक्चर इज इनक्लोज्ड इनसाइड अ सीड कोट. ये आपका सीड कोट है, इसमें इनक्लोड है. यहाँ दो कॉटिलेडन्स है एंड दिस इज द एम्ब्रियो. एम्ब्रियो की एक एक्सिस होती है. देयर इज एन एक्सिस ऑफ एम्ब्रियो. एक्सिस, व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय दिस एम्ब्रियो एक्सिस? एम्ब्रियो एक्सिस के अपर पार्ट में रहता है फ्यूब्यूल, जो जर्मिनेट होके बनाता है एपिकोटाइल. और एपिकोटाइल इज फ्यूचर लाइक इट इज लाइक विल बी टर्न इनटू शूट इन फ्यूचर. और प्लीम्यूल नाम का जो पार्ट होता है दैट विल प्रोड्यूस द हाइपोकोटाइल व्हिच विल गिव्स राइज टू द रूट. तो एम्ब्रियो एक्सिस में ये दो पार्ट रहते हैं, उसके बीच में देयर इज समथिंग, सम सेल्स आर देयर व्हिच आर नॉट एक्चुअली फर्टाइल वन, but the plumule will develop into epicotyle and then it will develop into shoot and radicle into hypocotyle and root. Is it clear to everyone? What do you suggest? Yes, no? कुछ पता नहीं चला?
Yes, ma'am.
इतनी जल्दी पता भी चल गई, बाप रे बाप. When I studied this for the first time, I was a bit confused. वैसे मुझे किसी ने फ्लो चार्ट में नहीं पढ़ाया था, but that's why maybe I was very confused कि हो क्या रहा है. So it's nice
Ma'am,
to
but image देखने के बाद काफी clear हो गया.
हाँ, वो होता ही है. Then we will see the video, उसमें और क्लियर हो जाएगा. फिर ये लेक्चर जो रिकॉर्डेड है इसको 2-3 बार तुम रिवाइज करोगे ना, इट विल बी वेरी क्लियर टू यू. आई थिंक इट विल बी मोर देन क्लियर, तो कोई डाउट नहीं रहेगा. So I just simultaneously would like to talk about the monocot scenario. In case of monocot, you know that only single cotyledon is there. Okay, so rest of this whole event is same. यहाँ तक up to this stage it is same. Whole event up to this is same in case of monocot. Only difference is after this globular stage, whereas in case of dicot, it is taking a heart shape because two cotyledons are there, no? दो cotyledon होने के वजह से the globular stage, which is having suspensor cell and the vesicular basal cell at the beginning, it is taking a heart shape क्योंकि ये दोनों part will be the cotyledon. In this case, there will be no such heart shape. In this case, the half of the terminal cells, जो half consider करो, यहाँ बहुत सारे terminal cells हैं, and half of the cells are here. So half of these cells will actually produce the shoot apex, और ऊपर के जो half of the cells है, they will form the single cotyledon. इसके केस में दो cotyledons नहीं बनेंगे. This is the only difference we have with monocot and dicot. Is it clear to all? So can we have a look into the video and let's understand it better? I think we can. By the meantime, you keep on thinking what I said and understand if like any part is having any kind of doubt, I can address that doubt. So we can see Acha, we have seen the video of double fertilization. I showed you the video of double fertilization, or you want me like
Yes,
still? Okay. So many videos are available in internet, but to choose the correct one and that too the one which is precise is a task.
Steps involved in embryo.
So I guess my screen is visible to you. Is the screen visible, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
So have a
Video,
look.
we're going to go over the steps involved in embryogenesis in plants. Embryogenesis in plants is the process where an embryo is formed and develops, and where axial and radial patterning observed in mature plants is established. The first step of embryogenesis occurs with the first cell division of the zygote. This cell division is asymmetrical, creating a smaller apical cell and a larger basal cell. It is at this stage that the apical basal axial developmental pattern is established. The apical cell contains more cytoplasm than the basal and goes on to divide and create the embryo. The basal cell has a large vacuole and goes on to divide horizontally along its axis to form a 6 to 9 cell filament called the suspensor, which connects the developing embryo to the endosperm. The one cell closest to the basal cell is the only cell deriving from the basal cell to contribute to the embryo and is called the hypophysis and goes on to develop into the columella of the root. After the zygote has split to create the apical and basal cell, the developing embryo goes through 4 main stages. The first of these stages is the globular stage, which occurs after the apical cell undergoes several divisions to create an 8-celled or octant embryo, and then continues to divide to form a more globular and then more triangular shaped embryo. It is in this stage that radial patterning is first established, and continues to develop through the rest of the stages, creating the ring layers of structures found in the stems and roots. The outermost cells are 1 layer thick and called the protoderm, and go on to form the epidermis. The next layer of cells in from the protoderm will become the ground tissue meristem and eventually form the endodermis and the cortex. The central layer of cells are elongated and called the procambium, and go on to become the vascular tissues and the pericycle in the root. The next stage is the heart stage and occurs through rapid cell division on each side of the embryo. The center of these outgrowths will become the shoot apical meristem. These outgrowths on each side will eventually become the cotyledons. It is at this stage that bilateral symmetry in the embryo is established. The apical basal axial patterning is even more clear at this stage, with 3 clear defined regions. The apical region gives rise to the cotyledons and shoot apical meristem. The middle or central region gives rise to the hypocotyl, root, and the majority of the root meristem. The hypophysis gives rise to the root meristem. The next stage is the torpedo stage and occurs from cell elongation throughout the embryo as well as continued growth in the cotyledons around what will become the shoot apical meristem. The final stage is the maturation stage. During this stage, at the end of embryogenesis, the embryo folds over within the seed. The embryo and the seed that it is in both start to lose water and head into dormancy. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe and hit that.
So I guess after this there should be no doubts, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So what we are going to study next tomorrow, we will study 2 things. We will study the structure of monocot and dicot seed. And I know this part is not included in your syllabus, but I would like to teach you the seed germination. How seed germination occur and new plant is formed from the seed. Is it clear? Any question, anyone? Class?
No, ma'am.
So I am not continuing further today क्योंकि वो आगे का जो topic है, it is a big topic, so it will take some time. I request all of you to join for next class tomorrow, and we will discuss here these two topics, that is types of seed and structure of monocot dicot seed, and how the seeds are germinated to form the newly formed plants. Okay? Okay, beta. Bye to all of you. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.